So in the last video, I have given you the whole uh, story in a gist, but now I will tell you about one portion of this full story. Uncle Podger hangs a picture. So first you should know who was Uncle Podger. Uncle Podger is a character who makes the reader laugh. He feels himself to be a man of ability and skill. He keeps bragging that he could do any sort of job himself without anyone's help. But in reality, he involves others in the job and finally, after messing things up, does the work with imperfection. When it comes to the task of hanging a picture on the wall, by his act, he makes everybody in his family perplexed and confused. He thinks that it is he who is doing the job of hanging the picture on the wall, but at the same time, he gets all the family members involved in one or the other subsidiary job. He asked people to find his coat while he himself was sitting on it. He had made a mess but looked prideful after his ill finished job. All this proved him to be a funny, lovable person but good for nothing. So, this is the character of Uncle Podger. Now, I will move in the chapter in detail. On the following evening, so here it is describing a evening day, we again met to discuss and arrange our plan. So, they are making a plan. Harris said, now the first thing to settle is what to take with us. So, they are planning. In the last video, you can see they are planning to take a change. They are planning to move to travel somewhere else. You get a bit of paper and write down. Jeremy and you get the grocery catalog. George and somebody give me a pencil. And then I will make you out a list. So they are making a list to travel. That is just like Harris. So ready to take the burden of everything himself and put it on the back of the other people. So Harris has taken the burden of everything himself. He always remind me of my Uncle Podger. So Harris is like Uncle Podger who always make confusion. When my Uncle Podger agreed to do anything, there was always a great disturbance. So whenever Uncle Podger performed any activities, there was always a great disturbance. The picture had come home from the frame makers and was standing in the dining room waiting to be put up. Aunt Podger asked what was to be done with it, and Uncle Podger said, oh, you leave that to me. Don't worry about that. I will do that. Then he took off his coat and began. He sent the girl for some nail and then one of the boys after her to tell her what size to get. What size to get the nail, and after that he gradually started the whole house doing things. So Uncle Podger usually involved in activities and he doesn't fulfill that activities which he intended to do. Now you get me my hammer, will he shouted, and you bring me the ruler, Tom. And I shall want the step ladder, and I had better have a kitchen chair too. And Jim, you run round to Mr. Goggles and ask him to lend me his spirit level. Don't you go, Maria, because I shall want somebody to hold the light. So Maria, Tom, Mr. Goggle are the character in the play. And when the girl come back, she must go out again for a piece of picture card. And Tom, where's Tom? Tom, you come here. I shall want you to hand me up the picture. Then he lifted up the picture and dropped it, and it came out of the frame, and he tried to save the glass and cut himself. And then he jumped round the room looking for his handkerchief. He could not find his handkerchief because it was in the pocket of the coat he had taken off, and he did not know where he had put the coat. And all the house stopped looking for his stool and start looking for his coat, while he danced round and hindered them. So Uncle Podger always a confusing character, and he confused everybody and gave everybody attention. Doesn't anybody in the whole house know where my coat is? I never saw such a people in my life, 6 of you, and you can't find a coat that I put down not 5 minutes ago. Well, of all the then he got up and found that he had been sitting on it and called out, oh, you can stop looking. I have found it myself now. I might as well ask the cat to find anything as expect you people to find it. When he had spent half an hour in tying up his finger, and when a new glass had been got, and the tools and the ladder, and the chair and the candle had been brought, he made another attempt, the whole family standing round in a semicircle ready to help. That is, he involved whole family to perform any activities two people had to hold the chair, and a third helped him on it and held him there, and a fourth handed him a nail, and a fifth passed him in the hammer, and he took hold of the nail and dropped it. There he said in an injured tone, "Now the nail's gone." We all had to go down on our knees and search for it, while he stood on the chair and wanted to know if he was to be kept there all the evening. So, Uncle Podger does not perform any activities alone, and he involved all the family members and also unable to finish the work. The nail was found at last, but by that time he had lost the hammer. So first the nail has been lost, then the hammer had been lost. Where's the hammer? What did I do with the hammer? Great heaven, 6 of you standing foolishly down there, and you don't know what I did with the hammer. So you don't know where is the hammer. First of all, you don't know where is the nail, then you don't know where is the hammer. I have to find everything by myself. Why? We found the hammer for him, and then he had lost sight of the mark he had made on the wall where the nail was to go in, and each of us had to climb up on the chair beside him and see if we could find it, and we each discovered it in a different place, and he called us all fool one after another and told us to get down. Then he took the ruler and remeasured and found that he wanted a half of 31 and 3/8 includes from the corner, and tried to do the sum in his head and went mad. So he was a very madful person, but a very enjoyable person, and always was a very humorous person. We all tried to do it in our head, and all arrived at different answer and sneered at one another. In the confusion, the original number was forgotten, and Uncle Podger had to measure it again. So Uncle Podger is doing the same work again and again because he was very much a confusing person. He used a piece of string this time, and just when he put leaning over the chair at an angle of 45 degrees, trying to reach a point 3 inches beyond what was possible for him to reach, the string slipped and down he slid on the piano, a fine musical effect being produced by the suddenness with which his head and body struck all the notes at the same time. See, you can see the picture also. At last, Uncle Podger got the spot fixed again, and put the point of the nail on it with his left hand at last, and took the hammer in his right hand, and with the first blow he smashed his thumb and dropped the hammer with a yell on somebody's toe. Aunt Maria, always remember the name of the Aunt Maria, mildly observed the next time Uncle Podger was going to hammer a nail into the wall, she hoped he would let her know in time so that she could make arrangement to go and spend a week with her mother while it was being done. Then he had another try, and at the second blow the nail went straight through the plaster and half the hammer after it, and Uncle Podger was thrown against the wall with force nearly sufficient to flatten his nose. We had to find the ruler again, and the string, and a new hole had to be made. And about midnight the picture was up, very crooked and insecure, and everybody worn out and wretched except Uncle Podger. "There you are," he said, looking at the disorder he had caused with evident pride. So he was very much proud person. He think that whatever he has done is good for the other. Some people would have had a workman in to do a little thing like that. Harris will be just the sort of a man when he grows older, as I've already told you when I am discussing the full chapter 3 more in a bit, and I told him so. So this chapter mainly deals with a person, Uncle Podger, who has been compared with Harris, and how Uncle Podger create a chaotic scenario in front of his family, and how he became a funny character in the story. So I think you don't have any problem. If you have any problem, you just share me with your problem and complete the exercise and show it to me by the next class. Okay, thank you class.